Hi everyone, and welcome to Gridmaster, a limited time game mode where your goal is to complete tiles and rows, each with its own specific challenges and rewards. For the next 4 weeks, we will be diving headfirst into old school RuneScape's Leagues-inspired bingo event. We will be taking on countless challenges from mindless skilling to intense boss fights. The catch? Well, let's just say I'm not the best player RuneScape has ever seen. But to make up for what I lack in skill, jagex has decided to introduce powerful relics and rewards to aid me in my quest to complete the grid. My name is AnoobTuber, and welcome to Gridmaster. Hey everyone, and welcome to Gridmaster Episode 2. Last episode, we ended off by killing the Moss Giant boss and getting some pretty sweet upgrades for our gear. We got full Mystic. But when I logged in today, I seen a lot of people running around with way better gear. I'm talking barrows, twisted bows, the whole lot. So I think we got a lot of work to do today. So what we'll start off with, I'm looking at the grid here. We got Scurious. We got some type of brew we have to drink. We got Temperos. I think we do those three, and then we go from there. Alright, the first tile we're going to work on today is going to be the Steamforged Brew that we have to purchase on Mistrock, which we're already here, so we just have to go and purchase it. And this should be tile completed. There it is. And now we should be able to unlock Bank Heist, which is basically the same thing as a mushroom. It just allows us to teleport to banks instead of fairy rings and tool leprechauns. Alright, and that is now Banker's Briefcase obtained. I don't know how much we'll use it considering we have the mushroom, but it's nice to have regardless. Next up, we're going to do the Temperos tile, and we need a few more fishing levels for that, so we're just going to go get those really quickly. I just noticed while on my way to go fish that the dog has a costume on. That is adorable.
Who's the good little doggy? Who is this Mimi?
Alright, we just finished with our fishing levels, so it's time to go subdue Temperos. Making an entire inventory at once with Production Prodigy is amazing. You know, when I was doing Temperos on my main, it took me almost 200 kill count, not permits, kill count, to actually get a fish barrel. I got like 7 tackle boxes before I got 1 fish barrel.
Combat task completed.
Alright, and that is Temperos done. You know, I have absolutely no use for them, but we might as well use the permits up, see what we get. And that is our total loot from 1 Temperos kills, so we got all this plus 133 Spirit Flakes. Alright, now time for the real reward from Temperos. We get Craftsman. So Craftsman is basically like the Combatant and Gatherer. It's just for these skills instead, so I'm going to take a second to think about what I want to use it on. So after taking a few minutes to think about it, I think I've decided I will go with Fletching, Herblore, and Rune Crafting. That way I can get Fletching XP while woodcutting with the axe. And on top of that, I feel like there's a lot of opportunities where Fletching could be really fast XP, which means a really fast Herblore and Rune Crafting XP. Alright, so that is Fletching, Herblore, and Rune Crafting. For anyone that didn't watch episode 1, basically what that does is anytime I get XP in those 3 skills, let's say I get 100 XP in Fletching, I'll now get 50 XP in both Herblore and Rune Crafting as well. So the next tile we're going to be completing is to fight and kill Scurious, but I figure we should get our prayer up a little bit and our defense and HP. And the easiest way to do that is by actually using coins on an altar, because with Golden God, you get prayer experience just from using coins on an altar. And speaking of Golden God, there's a reason why there's so many people sitting behind me right now. So in this shop, there's an item called Condensed Gold. So when you alch this, let's see its high alch value, 4.8 mil. So when you buy this, you have a chance to save this when you're alching it. It might not sound like you're saving money, but watch this. So we just bought 4 of them, and when we started we had 49 mil, so I'm going to alch them really quickly, and I'm going to show you how much money this makes. Alright, sweet, we made negative 10 mil. That's more like it, just over a billion GP currently. So now that we have well over 1 billion GP, I think it's time we go train some prayer, defense, and hit points all at the same time by using these coins on an altar. Alright, we're back in Lumbridge, and we're going to be using all these coins on the altar in the Lumbridge Church, and that should give us a massive amount of XP. So right now, we're getting about roughly 1 million prayer experience and 500,000 defense and hit points experience per hour, which is very solid for something that's AFK. Not too sure if it makes a difference if we kill it in the public instance or private, but we'll just do the private to be safe here. Taking a little bit longer than I expected, but we're getting there. Hopefully we have enough prayer points. Might have to start flicking. Alright, here come the rats.
Level up completed.
Oh no! Oh no!
Alright, we're out of prayer. That's not ideal, but hopefully we should get this kill. Come on, kill it. Oh, and it's dead. Nice.
Combat task completed.
Alright, that is the tile for Scarius completed. And we got a rune full helm. Nice. So now from that, we get a combat mastery upgrade for all 3 of our styles, so let's see what they give us. So for melee, hits have a 10% chance to generate an echo hit, basically an additional hit that is equal to 50% of your max hit. For range, each subsequent range hit attack has its max hit increased by 5%, resets after 20%. So basically it resets after 4 hits. Magic max hit is increased by 5% per tick in between your attacks. So I guess like a 6-tick weapon or something like that would, in theory, be more damage then. Alright, let's claim our mastery. And there we go, +1 to all combat masteries. That's great. So now that we're done our 3 tiles that we set out to do today, I think our next 2 upgrades will be the Infinite Shark and Infinite Potions, because those are both massive upgrades. So for the Infinite Shark, what we need is a Chef's Hat, a Raw Shark, and 80 Cooking. But I believe... yeah, we actually only need 68 cooking for the shark. Because of Production Prodigy, it boosts our cooking by 12. And the same goes for Herblore, so for Herblore, we only need 66. So you might be wondering why we're back in Draenor. And the reason is, if you remember earlier, we linked fletching with Herblore and rune crafting. So if we toggle this Echo Axe, we can change it from burn logs to make arrow shafts. And now when we woodcut,
Level up completed, level up.
we gain Herblore XP while woodcutting.
Completed.
So the reason we're cutting logs in Draenor is now if we come to the Ranging Guild, we can buy arrow tips, which we can combine with headless arrows and get way faster fletching XP, which means way faster Herblore XP. So I already got 66 Herblore very fast, and oh my god, you need to see the experience rates that I am getting right now.
Level up completed, 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 level up completed.
Like, that is insane. 35 million fletching XP per hour, 17 million Herblore and rune crafting XP per hour. That is absolutely insane. So, for the Infinite Potions, we need both a Zamorak Monk Robe top and bottom, so let's go kill some Zamorak Wizards and get those really quickly. So, while killing the Wizards, I actually realized the altar here is actually more experienced than the one in Lumbridge, so I think I'm going to be using this one from now on. And that is a Zamorak Monk Robe bottom.
Level up completed.
And there is the top. That was like 5 kills. Alright, and now to finish this off, we just need a Torstal potion and some Jangerberries. So we're just going to get a Torstal from woodcutting with the Forager's pouch here. Alright, so we just finished chopping some trees for a while, and we got a decent amount of all the herbs, and including 7 Torstals, so that should get us the unfinished Torstal potion. So after looking on the Wikipedia for a little bit, it looks like Jangerberries are easily gettable from the fruit stalls here, so we're just going to keep thieving these until we get one. What is a Golanava fruit? What? And there is our Jangerberry. So I'm very glad I actually read this, because I was about to make the potion, but I just realized it actually says you have to make it in the Vera Chaos Altar, so that would have been very unfun. So let's go ahead and add the Torstal to the Vial of Water. Equip our Zamorak Monk Robes. And now if we use the Jangerberries on the potion, that is tile complete. And now if we claim this here, Bottomless Brew. You gain a Bottomless Brew perk. Potions will no longer be consumed when you drink them. Now when I go ahead and drink this Zamorak Brew, it should still be a 4-dose. Yep, still a 4-dose. That is really, really strong. That is infinite prayer potions, infinite Saradomin brews. That is amazing. Alright, so we just arrived here at the Karamja docks, and we're just going to sit here until we get to 68 cooking, and that way we should be able to get the infinite shark. So we just finished fishing on Karamja, and now we're just going to get 68 cooking here in the Rogue's Den.
Level up completed.
And that is 68 cooking complete. So if we now go ahead and equip our chef's hat, and then go ahead and harpoon this fishing spot here, we will get our tile complete. If we had 76 fishing.
Level up completed.
Alright, and that is 76 fishing complete, so we should go be able to get a shark now. Alrighty, we're just getting back to Catherby here, and if we equip the chef's hat and fish with our Echo Harpoon here, we should be able to fish and cook a shark. And that is grid tile completed. So after completing that tile, we just unlocked one of the strongest items in Gridmaster. So what this is the Corrupted Shark. This is a shark that will not be consumed whenever you eat it. So let's go ahead and claim our Corrupted Shark. So now if we click on the Corrupted Shark in our inventory, it will not be eaten whatsoever, and we get 20 hit points every single time we eat it, and it's infinite. So I think we'll end off this episode by making us a Super Restore Potion and a Saradomin Brew. Because we already unlocked the Infinite Potion, that means we have infinite brews and restores for the rest of the series. So we'll start off by getting us some vials of water. I believe there is some red spider eggs in the Edgeville dungeon, so we'll head there. And there we have some red spider eggs. We'll just get a couple of them really quickly. And that is our Super Restore finished. So in order to make a Saradomin Brew, we need 81 Herblore, and currently we're only at 79, so we're just going to quickly fletch a bit to get our Herblore up.
Level up completed.
Alright, and that gives us 81 Herblore. Okay, and luckily we already have a bird nest from woodcutting earlier, so now we just crush this. And that is a full Saradomin Brew complete. Alright, so now if we drink these, nothing will be consumed anytime we ever use the potion. Having infinite brews, restores, and shark is actually incredibly strong, so next episode we're going to get into a lot of PVMing. So for those of you who have stuck around this long, I really appreciate you watching. If you don't mind liking, commenting, and subscribing, that would be really appreciated. Until next episode, my name is AnoobTuber, and thank you for watching Gridmaster.